Hello, welcome to day 87. Bitcoin is $69,695.46, barely down 0.82% today. Not too much movement. Almost everything has not too much movement. You'll see it's around a percent, hardly. So Bitcoin was, just for context, reaching its high, all-time high almost at 73,853, at least is what it shows in my provider. We reached 73,679 and 53 cents. From there, we had a little dip, which we have been here since yesterday, hence why we haven't moved too much of a percentage change in the last 24 hours, according to this chart. Now, the uptrend still prevails. Super trend is still bullish. This line still working. We're above the Fibonacci zone, headed to the next resistance zone, which will be the psychological level of 70,000. That's we were trying to maintain the price at the moment. And we did get some volatility today because we actually hit a high of, what is this number? $71,646.63 today. And that was due to non-farm payroll data. But then we dipped, and now we're recovering. We have green candles for the past 2 4-hour candles, so that's good. And on our way upwards at the moment, it seems like this would further reinforce the uptrend that we're maintaining since 25th of October and 10th of October that are pushing the price upwards. It's November 1st. We're officially in Moon-November is what they call it now. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll survive and Bitcoin will thrive. Elections are coming up very soon. We'll see how that plays out as well. I ran out of books to read, so... And I'm also going to be traveling end of the month. So... I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens with my life as time progresses. And, my mood will depend on whether or not Donald Trump wins and my cryptos go up. That's all I care about. Let's go. Do we have some positions open? Yes, we did. And we also had to write something down from yesterday that I forgot to write down on my workbook, which I will do now so I don't forget next time, because last time I did forget. Okay, so we did enter 3 DCA positions, it seems like. Was it at the same time? No, this one with Sui was a trigger order that got executed. So we have X position in Sui at the moment. Thumbs up for that. It is the top gainer at the moment, making us $38.62. I didn't put too much in it. Same thing with Bitcoin. Ethereum I did, and because Ethereum I still feel is very oversold, sorry. Undervalued would be the term. And I feel like it deserves to go a lot higher this bull run, so we'll see how that plays out. 4,000 Ethereum is what's needed for its all-time high. 8,000 by end of this bull run, possibly. Not financial advice, but yeah. What am I looking for here? Okay, yeah, I'm looking for this trade that we made on Bitcoin where we lost $101 and something cents. I'm also looking for my workbook. Let me open that up and share it. Last trade we noted down was Bitcoin making 214, which covered for 2 of our previous losses before that. Now we have to note down 1 more loss, so we're still in the negative. October 28 was when this... No, it was October 31. I'm looking at the wrong one. And we bought Bitcoin at 72,328. Realistically, like when you're trading, the current price of Bitcoin really does not matter because you're just looking at technical analysis and you got to take profit, you got to stop loss in your trade already. So it really doesn't matter if Bitcoin's at an all-time high level or at an all-time low level. If you're trading with technical analysis, you'll be perfectly fine. Lost 101, paid $8.23, stop loss triggered. That's fine. That's what I like about this, is that it doesn't matter where Bitcoin is. You can just enter a position with your take profit and stop loss and kind of gamble your way through it, I guess. The idea of a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 2 is every loss you take would be covered. Every 2 losses you take would be covered by 1 win. That makes more sense. I hope it does. Okay, so anyways, we do have other orders ready here. I have fib levels traced ever since we started the uptrend from the 10th of October. So because I know it's strong for sure, the chances of this breaking will not be that high. And if it does, we will start a downtrend. And I have my orders ready here for a possible bounce. If this was indeed the highest level we will reach during this uptrend movement, which I don't think that's going to be the case. If Donald Trump wins, we'll continue to go higher. Maybe if Kamala wins, yeah, we'll have one more downtrend, which will maybe be the final dip before Bitcoin fundamentals take over. There's a lot of fundamentals for Bitcoin and to why we should still remain bullish, why Bitcoin is still able to hit six figures, if not by the end of this year, then for sure by 2025. So, yeah, nothing to fear. What else do we got? Four more orders. Those two on Bitcoin, and we also have the other two on Ethereum, which didn't hit, unfortunately, even though Ethereum did have a price dump today as well. No, I'm lying. Where the lowest point was 2,467. Where is my order? I don't have orders here. Here. Oh, it barely reached. Okay. Nice, thanks. I missed it by $7.07, it seems like. So, yep, no... What would this have been? 2.19% times 3. That's, oh, making me do math live. Gosh. 6.60%. I missed out on? Okay, well, that's fine. I'm sure it'll make one more dip before we continue upwards. It's likely that we do see a price drop. Not too heavily, though. Because this uptrend is very important to maintain and is likely to sustain to help us continue going higher. Keep in mind, though, we are still overshadowed by a downtrend. Practically every other altcoin has broken their downtrend that they've had since March, except for Ethereum. It's the only one that I see, at least, or that I care about, that still has a downtrend still going. And I didn't even draw this one. This one was from 2021. Okay, that's from previous cycle. Previous cycle we were higher. That's crazy. I thought we would be higher this time. So that's another downtrend that also prevails. And we should keep a track of that as well. But for now, I think we're good with what we have. If we do need more positions, I'll enter them later. I'm just too lazy right now. I don't want to bore you guys with that. Maybe do it at the end of the stream. So far, SUI is carrying. Let's take a look at how SUI has moved today due to the non-farm payroll data. We'll analyze how that data played an effect in the market. This is what hit our trigger order perfectly because it bounced off this Fibonacci level and starts heading upwards. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart here. This downtrend extends, unfortunately. We did get rejection after that, and price dropped, but now we are on our way back up. So this position would have been making a lot more, actually. Practically double what we are seeing here. So that would be plus $70 around this level. Not so bad. And SUI is more of a volatile coin, at least based off of what I've seen. We're approaching the $2 mark, $1.99 right now, up 0.38%. Not too bad. I didn't check Ethereum, did I? Like the price of it, $2,511.84, down 0.56%. Last coin we look at is Solana, down 1.41%. Price is $166.82. Red alerts, we broke our downtrend over here. I mean, our uptrend over here. This downtrend prevails. I don't have any positions here, do I? No, I don't. What is, I think yeah, this is not right. This Fibonacci, it's no longer useful. What I would use would be one from here, I suppose. August 5th, that seems like it's too far. I don't think we're going to dip that low. The current uptrend that we're seeing is no longer this one, so I will use the one that we see from here. That seems more of a reasonable fit for Solana. We'll just adjust this here. So we've broken down our first level. We're approaching the next level. 159 is our next support zone for Solana. Just confirming if these levels are actually correct. Yes, they are. So I'm locking that in place. And possible good entries. 1, 2, 3 more times until we hit this one. And worst case scenario, if we do break this one, we'll have to buy one more over here. And let's hope we don't break this floor that we have at 120. 120 is a good floor. Okay. I will actually put some positions in here. Trigger orders at here. Price 159.3752, and we'll drop 300 on our first attempt, 500 over here at 3x. Solana is also very volatile, so you want to be careful with its leverage as well. I can't get liquidated on this account, because it's cross margin. But if you're using isolated margin, it's a bit more riskier. 151.9534 is the next support. I'm dropping 500 on that. And I'll do another 500 at 144.5316 if we do break that uptrend. It should hit it pretty easily if that's the case. We're expecting a Kamala victory to force that those trigger orders to be bought. So I'm prepared either way. At least on my main account I am. If Donald Trump wins, we go to the moon. It's fine. And then if Kamala wins, price dips, I buy more, because I still have a lot of available margin on my main that's just sleeping there, and I would rather it make me some more money, right? So just one last dip before the fundamentals of Bitcoin do take over and eventually drive the price upwards, because there's just so much reasons why everyone should be buying Bitcoin, and it's not going to stop. So still very bullish on it all. There, that's what I have for here. I don't have any other trigger orders in Sui. I said I wasn't going to do this. I'm sorry, but I am. I wasn't going to bore you guys with putting trigger orders for this whole stream. So this position is opened here. I'll buy another one right over here. It seems like it's more likely to hit at 1.63. Let me just put 1.6394. Almost 1.64. There I'm comfortable with dropping 500. And another 500 over here. And it's likely that it hits that because, like I said, Sui is probably the most volatile coin out of these four at least. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. So, yeah, it's I would expect it to hit these quite easily in the event of any dip. Literally any dip would just trigger these orders. Up till here. If this breaks the downtrend, I would be more cautious because we would have to see until I have to reanalyze where we would possibly see a reversal. It is likely to be at these levels, but maybe there's harder fundamentals that will drive the price further lower, so I'd have to just be cautious on that. But from there, I will be analyzing, of course, the price movements. So far, this downtrend has to be broken for us to continue upwards. Support level is right where we purchased. As long as we remain positive on this position, we still have a chance at heading upwards. But for now, no. We'll see. I mean, descending triangle, price action pattern. Hopefully we do hit upwards and break our support from here, reach all-time high levels that we just recently reached, literally with this last pump on the 13th of October. And I'm assuming Trump victory would win this November 5th. Right over here. Pretty reasonable, isn't it? Let's talk about some news. Yesterday was Halloween. Today we no longer celebrate it, but we just pick up the remains of, I guess, decorations and of bodies. There was a mass shooting in Orlando. Thousands were gathered to celebrate Halloween. Numerous reported injuries due to a mass shooting. What happened? There is this guy right over here, this guy in the yellow shirt. Age 17, Jalen Dwayne Edgar shoots 8 people and kills 2 of them. He was detained by the cop. He shot a cop, I think, it seems like, from the video. It blurs the face out, but by the uniform, it looks like a cop. And then he starts shooting even more. People start, stumbling around, tackling him. Then the police officers identify who is the shooter, and then they bring him to the ground and arrest him. And so he's detained at the moment. You're not going to see this in the main news media outlets because he's black. That's at least what they're saying. There's Michael Myers, people dressed up as Michael Myers from this movie. I think it's called Halloween. I haven't watched it, I'm sorry. there's detectives investigating a man in a Michael Myers mask after another man was shot multiple times just in his garage last night in Halloween. And this happened in Texas. And I think this is an epidemic now because the exact same thing happened. Another masked man wearing a Michael Myers outfit cut somebody's leg with an axe in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. it, I don't know if this is like some sort of a movement or this is just coincidence or people are doing this on purpose. What's the point of that? But anyways, Halloween is just dangerous. It's the devil. There you go. Moving on. Ron Paul, I don't know who he is, but I'm assuming he's famous because everybody's talking about this guy, says he wants to join Elon Musk to help cut government waste during Trump's second administration. People are excited to have him join the team. Elon Musk even commented on this, said, would be great to have Ron Paul as part of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, Dogecoin. That's the meme. And he actually replied to this too and confirmed, like, yeah, I'd be happy to talk with you about it, Elon. So it probably is happening, right? They're going to get Ron Paul in Trump administration to help cut government spending. Nice. I hope they do a great job. They will. Tim Walz strangely called Elon Musk gay while talking about taxes on the campaign trail in Michigan. That gay guy is what he said, just like out of nowhere, completely uncalled for. Elon Musk said he was unbothered by these comments, but it was just out of nowhere, this comment. Why would he call him gay? I don't think he's gay. He's not gay. It's funny though. Mark Cuban is making a clown of himself. Here's a bit of a story time. He was talking about Donald Trump in an interview. Of course, he supports Kamala Harris, so he will be talking bad about Donald Trump. He mentioned you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. Kind of meaning that female Trump supporters are not strong, intelligent women. That's pretty funny. Donald Trump came out with a large statement saying that Mark Cuban is a really dumb guy who thinks he's hot stuff, but he's absolutely nothing. He just completely smokes him with this post. Says that he's out there now saying that Donald Trump doesn't surround himself with strong women. Actually, he is very wrong. Trump surrounds himself with the strongest of women. With the understanding that all women are great, whether strong or not. This guy's such a fool. He's constantly on television being critical, and only for the reason that Donald tuned him out completely while president because he called incessantly. He's telling a story about how Mark Cuban is just an attention seeker at this point, right? He told him very pointedly, look, Mark, I got a lot of things to do. I just can't be taking so many pointless calls from you. In any event, that affected him greatly because he's a very insecure guy and a major loser. Always has been and always will be. Nobody likes him, nobody respects him, and he's unattractive both inside and out. He should go back to talk about the person he was forced to support because Donald didn't want it. Line Kamala Harris. Also, he's got no club head speed. I don't know what that means. And I may, in fact, be surrounded by the strongest women in the world, including heads of countries who make Mark look like a baby. All strong women, and women in general, should be very angry about this weak man's statement. Cool. He counterattacks him, trying to get the woman on his side to, defend Donald Trump against Mark Cuban. And even Kamala Harris is, he did apologize after this over insulting Trump woman comment. Saying, I can't nail every interview, guys. Just give me a chance. But Kamala Harris was still not happy. Her campaign asked him to stop doing interviews representing her because he's practically embarrassing her campaign and not helping, right? Especially during this critical time when we're just 4 days from the elections. They don't like this guy either, clearly. So there you have it, right? He's getting completely clowned that the Kamala Harris team fires you for being so dumb. That's the meme. All right, cool. Here's something interesting as well. People are calling foul play on Kamala Harris's rally. After all the other stunts they've pulled, it wouldn't surprise anyone. Okay, what they're talking about here, and I did share this as well a couple of probably months ago. There was Kamala Harris exiting an airplane at an airport with supposedly it looked like thousands of people on the tarmac waiting for her to come down the plane and applauding when she, arrived there and giving her little rally from that airport tarmac, whatever it's called. There's a little stage that they set up. But if you look closely at the plane's reflections, you see that you can see the plane reflecting towards the airport from the angle that the camera was taking, and that there's no people there. You can clearly see the walls of the airport. But what they did was they photoshopped, or I don't know, AI generated a lot of people there holding Harris signs and stuff like that. There was this whole thing that she was photoshopping her campaign posts to make it seem like she was more popular. Here's just another example of that coming out today now, because they're evolving, they're adapting, they're changing their plays. But now this is what they're showing. You see here, Kamala Harris, right? And you see the people's on their phone filming Kamala Harris with not that many people in the background, right? It seems like this background of people is artificially placed there. You can see that there's nothing in the background behind Kamala Harris from a person's cell phone. Maybe like a green screen, or I don't know. I don't even know how they do this, right? But these other people that are actually in the background are artificially placed there. And I also shared a video of this black girl who was in the background of Kamala Harris, and her eyes flip like completely pale white, like a literal demon. I don't know if that was also placed there on purpose or what, but you see here, something ain't right. That's the whole thing. Look at this phone where she's missing in this video. It's weird. Like she's you can't see her in here. Or maybe these people are the fake ones. I don't even know at this point, right? Yeah, artificially inflating her rallies to make herself seem more popular. I think I also shared one time where there was people at a stadium and nobody was clapping, but they were playing on the speakers of the stadium the sound of loud roaring applauses from the audience, which wasn't there. You see nobody's clapping, but you hear the clapping because it's just artificially being played from the speakers. Stuff like that, just manipulation to try to make herself seem more popular. And it's just so obvious. You just got to look at literally any YouTube video, literally any Twitter poll. You'll see that the numbers don't add up. Take Joe Rogan, for example. His interview with Donald Trump, I think, has already 40 million views. Kamala Harris went on a Call Her Daddy podcast, and it's under 1 million views, I think. The math ain't mathing, clearly. We got another endorsement, yippee, from Jennifer Lopez. And as Beyonce, she did not perform at the rally. She just said a couple of words and then left, right? It's just clear now that every celebrity tied to Diddy is endorsing Kamala Harris. She also came up with a Twitter post, Jennifer Lopez, with this endorsement for Kamala Harris. Cardi B also endorsing Kamala Harris, even though she has publicly said before that Joe Biden has really effed up the country. And you also see that she has a tie with P. Diddy over here, so now she's changed her mind suspiciously for Kamala Harris. Yeah, it's no secret. Everybody is linked to P. Diddy, and he's got enough dirt to hang half of Hollywood if his tapes do get released. So the Democrats are likely bribing these celebrities to vote to endorse the Democratic Party. I mean, that's just a conspiracy theory, though. We don't know for sure until we don't see, but everything is just pointing towards that. I did also cover that possible election fraud yesterday, with Trump's name not being spelled correctly on the ballots, or if you select Trump's name, it'll select Kamala's name before you proceed with your vote. Things like that. The voting machines. There's another report that Dominion, the the voting machine thing. It deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide. Data analysis finds 221,000 Pennsylvania votes were switched from President Trump to Biden. 941,000 Trump votes were deleted. States using Dominion voting system switched 435,000 votes from Trump to Biden. Yeah, there's the election fraud still clearly happening, and they're just saying, oh, it's okay, guys, it was just a glitch. No, this is something serious that has to be fixed. It can't just be a glitch. And yeah, as this comment says, weird how those glitches always seem to favor the Democrats, huh? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Speaking of Joe Biden, yeah, we all know he's secretly endorsing Donald Trump because he's upset that Kamala is replacing him. It's just another conspiracy theory. We actually don't know for sure, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Joe Biden, not Joe Biden, just the United States. It's not even Joe Biden in charge anymore. United States officially sanctions 19 Indian companies for supporting Russia's war efforts in Ukraine. India is kind of friends with Russia because of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Those are the 5 main countries. And they're putting sanction on Indian companies for that, like saying, hey, stop helping Russia fight Ukraine. I did have other news about Ukraine. Did I save it? Did I lose it? I possibly lost it. I think I did lose it. Hold on. Come on. Did I actually not put it? Okay, I'll say it off the top of my head. United States sent... let me find here. Surely I have it saved. Surely I have it saved. No, I don't. They sent another couple $2 billion to Ukraine. United States is also sending some bombers to the Middle East. This one kind of makes more sense because Iran did mention that they were preparing an attack on Israel within the upcoming days, as per Axios was the one who reported that. We don't know for sure if that's actually going to happen because the source is kind of just like a trust me bro thing, but they have to now prepare for a possible retaliatory strike from Iran. It seems like this is going to continue. We don't know if they're going to attack before the elections. Wouldn't be convenient, would it? But yeah, there's that happening. And also, did I just delete the other one? Where, yeah, I did. Russia is also speaking with, no, Israel is asking Russia to help figure out some peace talk for the Middle East, telling Russia, hey, control Iran, control your dogs, please, we don't want another attack kind of thing. Which is also something that Trump mentioned to Netanyahu. You guys better get this resolved by January 1st if I'm elected president, end the wars in the Middle East. And he will likely say okay and get that fixed. This is also Trump's final rally. Just pointing that out. No more rallies from Donald Trump until Election Day. 4 more days. Let's go. His running mate, J.D. Vance, of course, the vice president. I didn't mention this yesterday. I actually forgot. He actually appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm in the middle of watching it, so far it's really great. He talked about a lot of stuff about Trump assassination, about pharmaceutical companies, about the vaccines, how he feels poisoned by it. It's pretty funny. And then they were in the middle of like audio technical difficulties. I don't know. But yeah. Don't forget, this guy also owns from $250,000 to $500,000 in Bitcoin. This is the most pro-Bitcoin presidential candidacy in the United States ever, probably, right? And apparently he also understands what it is. Of course, Donald Trump, we know, is also very pro-Bitcoin and crypto. He said that he wants to make USA the crypto capital. If Bitcoin's going to the moon, he wants USA to lead the way. Everything like that. There's more stuff to talk about here. This part. Donald Trump is thinking of removing taxation on Bitcoin if elected. Don't get this confused though, because it doesn't mean that, you won't get taxed anymore for trading crypto. That's not the case. You will still get taxed for that. But what he's saying is kind of thinking of Bitcoin more as like an actual currency, right? Like if you use Bitcoin to buy coffee or something, right, at a coffee shop, then you won't get taxed on that transaction, or the person receiving, right? Kind of like the income tax on Bitcoin will be removed, not capital gains tax. That's still going to be there. BlackRock, of course, buying 10,000 plus Bitcoins almost daily. No, it's not almost daily, but on one day they did buy that amount. And every day it's just massive inflows from BlackRock. I can confirm or deny this here. Let's check what happened yesterday, because they always post like a day late for whatever reason. They're kind of hiding what they want to show us. 872 million inflow October 30. That was huge. They had 318 million inflow yesterday, October 31st. Also huge, but it's kind of overshadowed by the other companies selling. I remember this was red when we were showing this yesterday, and BlackRock turned it not red. I can't say green because it's not green, but you get the idea. Today, kind of the similar situation. Let's see if BlackRock can turn that around. Really, I don't like the fact that we're relying on BlackRock to change these reds into inflow days, right, instead of outflow days. Because if they do nothing, like these ETFs would be outflowing like crazy. Grayscale has already done it, but we've already seen a little turnaround on this Grayscale, this other ETF from Grayscale. This is the original one that's constantly been selling. You can see here. On average, they are selling. In total, they sold $20 billion. But their other ETF has been inflowing little by little, not too much. But it's good to see a little change of heart. I don't know. They're outflowing here and then they're inflowing here. You tell me. But BlackRock, yeah, biggest inflower ever. $26 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin being inflowed ever since its inception in like February, March. But what's scary is that, they're going to have so much Bitcoin. And of course, we all know Bitcoin's price will go up eventually. They're going to control the market at this point. They can so easily manipulate the market because they just have so much by that point. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but it might be scary in the future. Maybe I'll come back to this video and talk about that. What else do we have? Microsoft shareholders are also voting to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. These are just all reasons why you should be bullish, right? These are all the good fundamentals. I did share this before. They were asking their shareholders, hey guys, should we adopt to the Bitcoin strategy? Should we hold Bitcoin? Remember, these companies like Microsoft, I don't know if any other like of the Mag 7 companies are also planning this or not, but they have like billions of dollars in cash just aside, waiting to invest into something. It would be nice to see some of that money flow into Bitcoin, right? They recommended their shareholders vote no, but I don't know. It's up to you, shareholders. If you have Microsoft, vote to add Bitcoin to the balance sheet. It will make everything better, trust me. MicroStrategy, of course, also planning to buy $42 billion worth of Bitcoin by 2027. MicroStrategy stock is nearing all-time highs once again. It did take a little dip because of bad earnings and really no other reason. But it's coming back up, and it will go back up a lot harder because it does follow the price of Bitcoin a little bit harder in this case, at least for the short term. Seems like MicroStrategy is a good play, but for long-term holding, I think Bitcoin would be the better alternative. We talked about Donald Trump, and if you're still worried looking at the 15-minute charts, don't be worried. Looking at the 15-minute chart and listening to Bears is what he said. Because if you see this, right, this is our 70,000 mark. People get worried about, like, okay, looking at this, it doesn't look so bad, right? Literally looks like we're about to curve upwards from here. Maybe not immediately, because tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday is a slow day, as per usual. But, I mean, after we break out of that, November 3rd, yeah, sure. I can see us above 70,000 once again. Oh my gosh, November 4th, maybe 72, 73,000. November 5th, at the all-time high level, will be at its doorstep. And then we'll see if we pump or dump from there if Trump or Kamala wins. That'll be interesting to see. And I probably won't be streaming that day anyway, because it's a Tuesday. I'm busy on Tuesdays. All right. That's all we have. Bitcoin rally getting started. Prepare. Was that the last dip though? This that we're seeing here. I hope. I actually don't even know if I should hope so or if I should hope not. Whoops, didn't mean to move that. Because I mean, I would like to have one more dip, just one more, before we actually take off. I just know when Trump gets elected, we're hitting 80,000, like instantly. Instantly. Not instantly. Maybe a couple days, maybe the same week, but you know what I mean. It's November 1st, guys. Bitcoin mining is now legal in Russia. I shared this news a couple weeks ago, where they would be legalizing crypto mining in November 1st. Today's that day. That should be approved now. More Bitcoin mining, more Bitcoins in circulation, more miners holding Bitcoin, more Bitcoin being mined, more people buying Bitcoin, price go up. That's all you got to know. 21 Shares has officially filed for a spot XRP ETF. Really though, when was this? November 1st. Okay, so it seems like they're probably doing it again. 21 Shares. I think I shared this before as well, but realistically, there has been no impact in the price of XRP based off of this news. It's still flat in the 52, 51, 50 cent, 51, sorry, 50 to 52 cents price range at the moment. This is a dip from 25th of October. We ignore that. Really, what happened 25th of October? I don't remember. But yeah, like, not much has happened here with XRP ETF. I don't think anyone really wants an XRP ETF. I don't think anyone wants any more ETFs just for now, right? Until we get confirmation that Ethereum ETF can start doing something, getting some movement. Why did this disappear? Let me go back to the ETF flows. Ethereum ETFs, it's all just, it's mainly been outflows. In total, it's more outflows than inflows. BlackRock did get $49 million inflow for Ethereum yesterday. That's pretty neat. But Grayscale is always selling. And that's just what's been overshadowing everything. BlackRock hasn't overtaken Grayscale, sorry, in terms of buying Ethereum. They've only bought 1 billion. Ethereum, Grayscale has sold $3 billion worth of Ethereum. So, yeah. To do this for XRP as well, I mean, hey, XRP does seem kind of dead. Its price action is just so flat. I don't know. Whether or not this gets approved depends. The SEC did appeal their case, remember, a couple weeks ago. So I don't know what's going on with XRP and the Securities Exchange Commission anymore. We'll see what happens. This is the important stuff today. Non-farm payroll data. We got a summary of the U.S. October jobs report. It came in much weaker than what was forecasted. The economy added just 12,000 jobs in October, when they were estimating 106,000 jobs. Was it this or was it more? I think it was more. They were estimating 100 and something thousand, and they were off by 106,000 because only 12,000 jobs were added. That's significantly lower, right? That's the lowest monthly amount since December 2021. That follows a big downward revision for September, which added 223,000 jobs compared to a previously reported increase of 254,000 jobs. So last month in September, when we got that data, they said, yeah, we added 254,000 jobs. They went back and revised it and said, no, you didn't. You actually added less than that. You added 223,000 jobs, which means they're manipulating the data. The data is wrong. It's incorrect. It's being inflated to make it seem like Joe Biden is actually doing. He's not doing. It's 31,000 jobs difference. They're lying, right? So, well, other than that, the U.S. unemployment rate is held steady at 4.1% as expected. How did this impact the market? The stock futures rally. The US dollar falls, causing gold to rise and Bitcoin to rise, and crypto in general. That's why we saw this kind of movement over here at 8 o'clock. You see this red thing over here? We had a nice spike up. It was looking great for a couple hours, and then we went back down to where we originally were. Some other coins went a little bit lower, like Bitcoin did, I think. Yeah. So this is the 8 o'clock data, 8:30. We spiked up to 71,600, I think I said. Yep. And then we dipped all the way down to 68,800. And now we're recovering from that. We're 69,600, approaching 70,000 mark once again, naturally this time, without any fundamental news like this economic data behind it. The bond yields also tumble. Who cares about that, though? We only care about Bitcoin. This is also, well, speaking of stocks news and everything like that, in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Intel is being kicked out after 25 years of being in there and is now being replaced by Nvidia. That's pretty significant. You know, if Intel Corporation was in the Dow Jones, it's basically this other index that has 30 companies in there. And they kick out companies that are doing bad and replace them with companies that are doing good. Intel apparently is doing so bad that they're just replacing it with who? Well, with Nvidia this time. Nvidia is probably one of the top stocks in terms of performance. Trailing, of course, MicroStrategy, which is obviously better, but nobody wants to talk about that because they're greedy Wall Street people. But yeah, and I did talk about Intel cutting down on the number of employees that they would be, well, the number of employees that would be working there, right? Another cut, employee cut. So there's that difference there too. I don't know if Intel will start going, I think this might impact it. I might start investing in Intel because it seems like a really good buy at this point. I don't think Intel's going anywhere. Our computers run on Intel Core i7s, guys. It should be fine. But we also use NVIDIA graphics cards. I don't know anymore. It should be fine, though, for the long term, couple years. So prepare for short-term volatility towards the downside and hold long-term, possibly, would be the better play. And last bit of news. The Toronto police finally uncovers $14 million in car value from an auto theft ring. They arrested 59 people. They recovered 363 stolen cars. And Service Ontario workers are allegedly helping because you'll notice that in Ontario or in Toronto, there is a lot of car thefts going on. They finally busted some of the bad actors. Good for them. Good job. We finally get our Lambos back. Yeah, that's all we have for today. I do want to check what is the top movers because it seems like today is kind of dead. Radium is 12% moving today. Don't know why. Cardano is actually moving and is back in the top 10. It's up 6% today. Do I have Cardano tracked? No, I don't. ADA USDT.ps. Let me check this out. Yeah, it's pretty good movement from 33 cents to 36 cents. Yeah, that's decent. Remember when we were trying to get Cardano above 40 cents? That's a long way to go again. It's dipped so much. It's dipped to a low of 31 cents. Yeah, that was kind of its yearly low, or 27 cents would have been its yearly low. Yeah, because this is from here is last year, 2023. We haven't seen these levels in a year, and we're still down here. Cardano, I think, is also kind of undervalued. I heard it's got great staking. Not financial advice, but I think Cardano might be a good buy. It's got a chance for this bull run, at least, to do something, and it's still, you know, in the top 10, at least fighting for that. I'm pretty sure has it overtaken Toncoin? Is that what's happened? It did. It overtook Toncoin. Toncoin is kind of... It kind of lost its popularity after Pavel Durov got arrested and had to make some changes to Telegram's TOS. So that kind of sucks. Sui is still top 17. That's okay. How much more? This is market caps. 300 million from overtaking Polkadot. Polkadot is becoming way too inflationary. I don't think it will do any good in this cycle. It might be RIP time for Polkadot. It once costed 53 cents, and I bought it at that price at one point. It's now costing $3. Did I say cents? $52. Sorry. And then now it's costing $3.9. Not cool. Pepe has dropped quite a bit in terms of market cap. And in price as well. It's 0.508936. That's pretty cheap. It's been at 14. 0.0014 is what I mean. Or I don't know how many zeros. Yeah, it's 4 zeros. What else we got? I want to check what the other top movers were. Nothing else really. Cardano, okay. Yeah, all of these are just 2%. That's nothing too significant. Top losers is Dog with Hat, down 6%. Immutable X, down 6%. Optimism, down 5%. Celestia, down 5%. The rest is 3 to 1%, barely any percent. So yeah, today was not too crazy. The volatility that was mainly happening already happened in the morning, where everything kind of shot up due to the US dollar getting weaker. But it's all kind of worn off by now. And we're preparing for Saturday. Saturday is going to be a slow day where it's all flat, so shouldn't be too crazy in terms of, unless something fundamental happens. But for price action, it won't be too neat to operate on Saturday. I'm hoping I could find some news for tomorrow because I really don't know what else would happen. It's just everything is just preparing for the elections. That's why, you know, you're not going to see too much craziness happen. People are just, okay, I'm going to stop buying or selling. I'm just going to wait to see what happens, what the election results are. And then from there, I'll make more decisions based on whoever gets elected. We're expecting more of an expansive economy if Trump wins, or a restrictive economy if Kamala Harris wins. It's all based on the policies. That's all you got to pay attention to. DCA portfolio looking decent. I already put more trigger orders in there, so I'm all set. I'm all set for any dips, any surprises I'm prepared for. Okay, I will end the stream there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.